it is cut off because we don't have the same resources, the same help that other communities would have. It's sad because everybody should have a decent home to live in. Everybody should have decent water to drink.
This might be the reason why they feel so cut off from the big world out there.
Her laugh. Her laugh was something no one else had.
I was in shock. I didn't know how to react. Yeah.
I missed her a lot.
Cut off is a really good term, I believe. Cut off from the same type of good things that other communities would experience.
Reserves were created to disconnect Indigenous people from the rest of mainstream culture. They were land bases that were physically cut off from the rest of the community so that the Indigenous people would not contaminate the rest of society.
Bonjour, Anin. My name is Serene Fox. I'm Anishinaabe from Batchewana First Nation. Many First Nations across Canada are cut off from basic human rights. We're going to visit two of those communities. The first, Shoal Lake 40 in Ontario, is an island. They have no access to clean water and they're segregated from the rest of Canada with access only by an ice road for some of the winter months. The rest of the time they rely on this barge we're standing on, a barge that has not run for almost a year. The second community is Cross Lake. It's in Manitoba, and they are suffering from a rash of youth suicides. They are in a state of emergency and they desperately seek help for the young people who are killing themselves. We've asked Justin Trudeau to join us in Shoal Lake to witness firsthand the way that these communities are living.
If Justin Trudeau came to our community,
If I had the chance to talk to the Prime Minister,
I want to tell Justin Trudeau that our people are starting to lose hope.
I would like to tell him that the problems that exist are problems that have existed for years and years and years.
I don't think he knows all the real problems.
If Prime Minister Trudeau would come to my community, I would show him our school in the community. It's the problem is most of the kids, they think they don't really have to go to school.
I thank you, Prime Minister, for coming to visit Shoal Lake 40 today.
thank you, Chief.
I wanted you to spend the day with my youth, my people.
Of course.
We'll spend all the time doing everything that you need. I want to learn all about what's happened here, what's going on here, and I want to talk about the future we're going to build together.
Thank you for coming out to welcome me today, Jane.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get that photo shot here. Kind of line up which way on the face. We'll face this way.
All right, thank you very much. What a welcome. Thank you. It's great.
My name is Erwin Retzkai. I'm the chief at Shoal Lake 40 First Nation. We're standing in front of our school, elementary school, that goes up to grade 8. The Prime Minister is here today to visit our classrooms and visit our youth today. So that's the focus of today's visit, is to hear from the youth of our community. There is a future for First Nations youth in Canada. We can make a country a better place, but we need the Prime Minister and the government of Canada to fix the problem. I hope the Prime Minister leaves here today with the knowledge and understanding of what First Nations go through on a daily basis, the youth especially, challenges that we face.
when you guys were in here, there was 2 huge bald eagles that were just circling on top of the school, and they're coming really close.
Well, they meant that they're greeting you.
That's a very nice way to be welcomed.
There's no motivation to graduate and get a job.
We need more jobs here for the mothers and the parents.
Water, housing, it goes on and on and on.
To give what they said they were gonna give.
My name is Rainer. I am 16 years old. I am from Shoal Lake, Ontario, Band 40. The living conditions in most communities, it's barbaric. High rates of suicide, isolation, been having lots of problems. This is Canada, one of the most looked up to country in the world, and yet we still have to boil water. We still don't have that infrastructure. There's still no homes for us, and it's very disappointing that the Canadian government isn't doing a whole lot to help us.
Are you going to make it part of your commitment to keep all the promises that you've made to First Nations communities?
If I made promises, it's because I intend to keep them. And if I say we're going to eliminate all boil water advisories in 5 years and it ends up taking 5.5 years or 6 years, I think I'll be okay with that. If it ends up taking 20 years, then I did break my promise. And knowing that, that these are goals, these are goals and things that need to be done because they have to be done.
Yeah, I had suicidal thoughts before because of my family. You can have booze, but you can't have me because you guys broke me. You left us, 3 of us, for your own selfish needs. I just felt like as if suicide was an escape. I'd wake up to liking it, the thought of it. Then it started becoming stronger, and I started to love the thought of it. Because I wanted to see how many people really cared for me.
My name is Mary McLeod. I was born in Thompson, Manitoba, raised in Cross Lake. This is the group, the YCG, members of Project STOP. This is the youth community group. And Project STOP really means stop these ongoing problems that's happening in the communities. I went through hard times. I went through what everybody went through, drugs and alcohol.
So good afternoon, Cross Lake. I'm here to announce that there will be people from Ottawa coming into our community. There will also be a kind of live vigil, music, live entertainment, as I said, will be played. Everyone is welcome. So I encourage everybody to come show their talents, come tell your stories that you have and whatever you need to speak for yourself to get some healing. This is the process of healing for Cross Lake.
What I can tell you about Project STOP is they love each other. It's like a lot of love happening in that project.
It's awesome. When people come together and unite for what's good, good things are going to happen.
This group really helped me a lot.
I'm Angie McLeod. I'm Mervin's mom. Project STOP actually started in 2011. There was a lot of violence going on where young people were, fighting, gang activity increased. One day, somebody was killed in Thompson. He happened to know that. They weren't friends, but he knew who he was. And he was angry that morning.
It really sparked me in anger, distress. I felt like I needed something to do. It was time for something to do. So I started raising awareness from walking from one school to the other side of town. And we started walking wearing white to represent people that we lost.
Probably tonight we can go for a ride. I'll show you around what we do every time we finish like this before sunset. We go to out on the bridge and just check out the scenery, man. It's beautiful, and I just keep them busy since the morning till the end of the night. And everybody goes to bed. It's peacefully and safe, and like you don't have to go drinking, doing drugs, and that's what I'm trying to get them to avoid. And it's going great, man.
Every time we go there, they're just smiling, man. Sitting there, right at the edge of the bridge, clear sky. Look at the stars looking after you. Makes them realize that there is still hope.
2 remote communities, both desperate for help. But these are not the only 2 First Nations that are in a state of emergency right now. This is a common situation for Indigenous people. That's why it's so important when we see these 2 communities to not forget that this is the situation for Indigenous people in Canada.